drink. All good stuff. Gig stuff. Cheers, everyone. Have a great weekend. Fab. Hope you're having a good Friday. I'm talking quietly because I'm in the hotel. You don't want to wake the guests up and all that. Hope you're doing good. I'm down in Poole, down in Dorset, and just done a Queen show at Poole Yacht Club down the south coast in England, and very good it was too. We had a blast, had an absolute blast, and been very well looked after. Anyone from Poole Yacht Club's watching, Keith Doherty, good to see you. Thank you for looking after us. It was superb. We had a blinding night. So I'm in a hotel because tomorrow I'm doing another Queen show, and it made no sense to drive all the way back to London and then come all the way back down to Salisbury tomorrow. So got a little hotel, and then literally I think tomorrow is about a 25-minute drive, 30 at a push, and it made sense just to stay local, and it was relatively cheap, so it was all good. Electric low end, good to see you, Stacey too. There we are. It's all going good. So yeah, I've got a little number going on. I haven't had a drink all night, although I could have had I not been driving. But thankfully the bar in the hotel's still open, so it was like, okay. So the verdict, stay there. The verdict. Wrong base. Not the other one. It's the verdict, isn't it? So it's first gig night for this, and it was great. I knew it would be. I used it as sound check, and it just blew the fender out of the water. So here we are, the new squeeze, the G&L LB100. G&L's version of a Precision, funnily enough. And Dog Lover, good to see you. Your name means you're all good. Dog Lover, excellent. So anyone that watched the live chat on Monday on the workbench, we were setting this up, cleaning it all. It was outstanding. Tone for days, sustain on a Precision. It's something you put together, but it worked, and it sounded fabulous through the Aguilar rig. Of course, it's got. Trying to see if you can get it under the light, but it's got this rich, sort of greeny aqua sparkle. The plate's going very soon. I'm going to put an order in for a plate like a guitarist from Uncle Funk has got, and he's got a guitar similarly coloured-ish, and it looks great on his, so we're getting one on here too. Let's see, we've got people flying in here. Stacey, there's the Magic Maker, exactly. Ehab GM, good to see you. So it did very well tonight. So what I'm going to be doing is using the black fender. I might as well get that one out as well, show you, for those people that don't know what the hell I'm talking about. So this is what I predominantly use for the Queen shows, the black Precision, and it's very John Deacon, 86 to 97, of course, gold hardware, Palfero fingerboard, black body, black scratch plate, brass bridge, gold hardware, Aguilar 4P90 pickup. Sounds great, does what it does, but it ain't that. It is not the G&L, not in a million years. And very different. I use this now for the first set, use that for the second. So it's like hard work and then your reward afterwards. So very pleased. This isn't going anywhere. If I can get a black G&L anyone watching, you might be watching this years after, if you've got a black G&L LB100 with gold hardware, I want to buy it. Chrome's no use. We can't get spare parts anymore for G&Ls apart from that guy in America who was in the skip taking all the spares. But if you've got a black G&L LB100, doesn't matter the year, black one, don't worry about the plate, I can sort a plate, but gold hardware for the G&L, if you've got black with gold, I want to buy it, and it'll replace this. But there we are. Electric Loan, I've seen that on the workbench issue. You've seen both of them on the workbench. This has been on several times. This isn't a bad bass, it's just it's not that. That just plays like silk. Sustain, fret dressing's amazing. The pickup, when you do a pinched harmonic, that thing screams like really like wow. This sort of, it's not screaming, it shouts a little bit, but that's screaming. But the fretwork on that is just so easy to play. It's like your best worn-in pair of slippers. That's that bass. I've only had it a week. I'm sold. Absolutely gobsmacked. The Fender's fine, but it doesn't do what that does. Fingers are shredded, but that's all right. I'll live. So yeah, so that was my night. What you guys been up to? What you been doing? We don't get to do Friday night live chats. How about that? Novelty. Cheers, everyone. Have a fabulous weekend, whatever you're up to. I'll be doing Queen again tomorrow, which is all good. Looking forward to it. Charity bash tomorrow. And a nice early finish, a bit like tonight. We finished tonight, I think, about 20 to 11. We're finishing at 10:30 tomorrow. So with a bit of luck, we might be home before Match of the Day finishes, which, as regulars to the channel will know, that's my gauge as to whether you've had a Brooksy bonus of a gig or not. It's all good. Stacey, how was that extreme wild again? It goes, wah! It does. It screams. Absolutely screams. It's the pickup. We knew there was something special about G&Ls. Acoustically, it's good. It's pretty great. And then you plug it in, and it's like it's possessed. I kept getting the smell of linseed oil, which is what I put on the fingerboard on Monday. But it's great. I'm very pleased. Thank you to Bass Direct for selling it to me. It's all good. Look at that, sparkle for days. It's very good. Play Eruption. Don't be stupid. It's a bass guitar, not a 6-string guitar. Not sure what the strings are. I did ask Marcus at Bass Direct. I said, what are these? They've got black windings on. They're round wounds. I'm sure they're steels. I don't think they're nickels, but they could be. But I don't know what they are. They work okay. I'll just play them till they're dead on their knees and then change them over. It's all good. So, live chat. Usual rules apply. Please give it a thumbs up if you'd be so kind. Super chat facility is there. Super thanks facility is there. I'll update with Brooksy's Bass Corner merch links and affiliate links and description and timestamps on Sunday when I'm home. And we may do a couple of live chats tomorrow. We'll see how the time goes, but I reckon there's going to be some time in the afternoon where nothing's going on, so, and I could well be at the gig early. So any tips on hair? Ha ha ha, you're funny, chat. What, do you want to buy some? Comments like that will get you booted off, so keep going. But yeah, the neck is to die for. It's like very much like a stingray neck, to be fair. It's so just tilt that around. Here we go. Bill Clements, happy birthday, Bill. I saw Jamie posting up it was your birthday. Hope you're having a great day, pal. Play was Bullet from My Valentine. I don't know the song, mate. If you tell me the chords, we'll try and work it out between ourselves, shall we? That'd be great. Just I haven't got my laptop. I'm doing all this on my phone. It's all good. It's all good. Hope you've had birthday cake, Bill. I didn't realise you share your birthday with my great niece, who turned 5 today. Well done, sir. You haven't got a black G&L LB100 with gold hardware, have you? Ah. Oh, look. It allows me to add stickers into my live chat. Guys, what's your favourite music video? I can change that. Come on. Is it going to let me change that? Yeah, it is, you know. We're going to change that. Here we go. We're going to have a nice sticker there. We're just going to chat. It gets the conversation going. Well done, YouTube. You've come up with something useful. That's good. This will get people talking. Excellent. There you go, folks. Who's your favourite bass player? Excellent. This is lively. Get some road sounds on this, it'll be chewing it up, I tell you. Let's try and move that back so you can actually see what I'm doing. It's hard. Come on. I'll be so far away from it. Birthday steak, well done, Bill. Although I'm a vegetarian, but if you eat meat, that's your prerogative, sir. Ivan, how about Duran Duran Notorious? Oh yeah. There's not much there to play for bass. It's a very sparse bass line. But thank you, that's all right. I'm a huge Duran Duran fan. Actually, you wouldn't know I'd just done a Queen tribute, would you? There you go, one of those. Maxine the Queen, only answer is Jacko. Well, there's room to discuss. There's no one best. Your favourite, that's fine, but that doesn't mean it's the best. But Jacko's lofty heights, you know. The old fingers are a bit sore. I've been at it tonight. Picks, fingers, the lot. You subbed. Thank you very much. A thumbs up on the video would be very much appreciated. I should say there's going to be loads of content going up on the channel this week. I've got no gigs this week, as in next week. So there's going to be loads of work, loads of demos, lots of reviews, a couple of live chats maybe. Going to get my head down into the analytics to work out the changes that are going to be happening on the channel once we get into the new year. I did mention on Tuesday night's live chat that we're going to be changing the regular weekly live chat a little. I'm going to tinker with it a bit, see if we can get it doing even better than it already is. Have beat after beat. Here he is. Have a great show. I've done it. Finished. I'm done. Fingers will tell you. Oh, you can't see. The calluses are well worn in. Doing it all again tomorrow. It's funny, I'm trying to put on my finger on what this does, and I can hear it acoustically. It's like a P tone. obviously. Goes without saying. Um, but it's like it's compressed, but it's not. And it's kind of got, it's like a really, the way best way I can express it, it's like a really tight piece of rubber, like a breaking point, and it's got like an elasticity to it, but like really compressed. And it's just that at times, depending how you fret a note and how you play it, little sparks of harmonic color just come out. It's like, wow. And I've never had a P bass that's been like that. I think it's the best P bass I've ever played out of all the basses I've reviewed, hundreds for Bass Guitar Magazine and Bass Player, and on the channel, and owned plenty. This just plays. Oh, just great. What can I say? Well done. Only get on the G and L bus as they fold. Typically, it's the story of my life. Beat after beat. How was it? It was great. We had a great night tonight. Fabulous. Audience were great. We got fed, very well looked after. The bosses there were lovely. It was a Pool Yacht Club down the road. And yeah, we had a blast. I played with my favourite drummer, Mr. Martin Johnson, who I've known for 28 years. Whenever he's on the gig, it's going to be fun. So, and he's just lovely to play with. And he doesn't do Queen very often. He certainly doesn't do Queen with me very often. And so kind of every time he does the gig, he's kind of got to relearn the set. It's the joy of being adept. And he did really good job tonight. It was great. RD Studios, favourite bass players, Rob DeLeo, Stone Temple Pilots, of course. That's cool. Cool. I never interviewed Rob. We did at the magazine a number of times, but it was usually my editor did him. I never interviewed him, but read the interviews, of course. Beat after beat, very happy for you. Thank you. You can't really hear what I'm doing because we're playing acoustically. I'm in a hotel and it's, what time is it? It's about 12:30. Stacey, I hear you on the GNL bandwagon, man, but enjoyed Discovery. That's it. We got there eventually. Stacey's bought a GNL this week as well. How about that? I've got two of these. Well, an LB100 and I bought an L2000 a couple of weeks ago. Magnificent. Who knew? I reviewed several GNLs over the years, but I never did an LB100 and I never did an L2000. I did an L2000 tribute. The difference is huge. I wish I'd got a GNL much sooner. Level of finishing is just great. Tones are great. Clever features. Actually, while we're talking about lots of content going up this week, if anyone has some ideas of things you'd like to see on the channel, then let me know. Put a message in. And if you're watching this after the event, put it in the comments section, because I'm open to ideas of new content while I've got the time to do it. Otherwise, there'll be lots of demos, lots of reviews. Some old interviews are going up, some new features. I've got some gig vlogs. There's just loads. I've got to get my backside in gear and get all this content out. RD Studios, DeLeo did a fantastic interview with Rick Beato. I saw that. Real gentleman. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, very good. I think we had him like 3 or 4 times in the mag, but it was never came my way. But I can't complain. I had a good list of interviews, so quite a few of which you can find here on the channel already. So there's a couple with Mark King, couple with Billy Sheehan, Nathan East, Lee Sklar, Larry Graham, John Taylor, Doug Wimbish, Chris Squire, Jack Bruce. Oh no, the Jack Bruce one isn't up yet, sorry. Neil Fairclough from Queen. There's a whole bunch. Glenn Hughes, Paul Turner, Chris Charles. Yeah. So on my way down here, some of you know I went to the Stacey Ann. Look at that. $9.99 super chat. Bless your heart, Stace. Thank you. Outstanding. Thank you very much. Where do I reply? Don't know if I can reply. Can I reply? No, don't think so. Thank you very much, superstar. I went to the Southeast Space Chat Base Bash last weekend. Met a guy called Steve who runs a company called LF making cabs, extremely lightweight cabs. You won't believe it. If I could put photo, actually, can I? What can I do here? Hang on. See what I can do within the. I can't add photos to it, sadly. I did a review video today. All the footage is still on my phone. And David Coverdale announced retirement. That was yesterday, beat after beat. Yeah, he did that yesterday. So I met this guy, Steve, and lots of people on Base Chat are using his cabinets. God, they are so lightweight. My God, I wish I could have had gear like that when about 25, 30 years ago. It would have saved my back. And so I've just had those for a week. I've been playing them at home, trying them out, and did the video today. And on the way down here, met up with him to give him the cabs back. They're great. Keep an eye on the channel. If you're a regular on Base Chat, keep your eyes open, because you'll see all the stuff about his cabinets on there, but there'll be a review video very shortly. So. And he asked the famous old question: you got loads of basses on your channel and lots of pedals, but you got no amps and no cabinets. And I was like, no, because the problem with amps is one thing. I can take an XLR feed off an amp and run that into an audio interface, and that's great. But the problem with cabinets is you got to mic them up. That's the only worthwhile review and demo. And he did age well. Well done. David's hanging up his tool belt. Like, very true. And the problem with cabinets is you've got to mic them up. But the problem, it's all well and good micing them up, and what I hear when I'm doing the demo or review is what I'm hearing from the cabinet. But in the video, that audio has been compressed twice. So when we create a video for YouTube, we line all the video up and the audio and put all the effects and the text and blah, 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 blah. You then have to render it. And when you render, it compresses, which means the visual and the audio are compressed. So you've already had one level of compression applied to the sound. So you're not hearing Flea, I see you. Russell Zorner, good to see you. Take it easy. Have a good weekend, my man. You're already hearing it with a level of compression. When you then upload the video to YouTube, it's compressed again. So that MP4 has two levels of compression before you even hear it. So there's no point me going, oh, listen to those crystal highs and listen to that throaty mid-range and listen to that full tight bottom end. That's not what you're hearing. It's already been compressed twice. I said, that's why there aren't a lot of cabinet reviews and demos. Perpet. Hi, good to see you. So I can't put speaker demos and reviews up without, as you'll see if you watch the video when it comes out, I've had to do it based on the microphone on the camera, because otherwise there's no point miking it up with a lovely cab for with a lovely microphone for cabinet recording, because that's not what you're going to hear, and it's not going to convey, or once it's uploaded, it's not going to be a fair representation of what you're hearing. So I might as well just give you a representation on a camera microphone and be done with it, and say this gives you an approximation of what the sound is, and after that you then got to go and check it out with either the builder or the maker or the distributor. Go and do your own research. Don't just rely on the video, but the video is like the calling card. Check these out, you know. Gareth Harrison, good to see you. Welcome. Have a good weekend. Cheers, you lovely chat. Don't forget, folks, Brooksy's Bass Corner Black Friday Superstore coming your way Friday 28th of November from 10 a.m. UK time. Finding you all the best bass deals, and my trusty gopher, young Gareth there, he's finding them for me already, and I haven't even started looking yet. I will be getting onto that this week. But very good. Most pleased with this. Oscar 1234, £100. Go on then, do it. Put that in as a super chat. I dare you. Ivan, is it Ivan or Ivan? You tell me. I don't have just one, but several. Good. Geddy Lee, yeah. Jack Bruce, yeah. Greg Ridley, who's he? Put some flesh on the bones with that. Andy Fraser, definitely. Pete Way, I get it, but he was never some. Do you want my Pete Way story? I met him in 1997. A guy I was in a band with, Paul Guerin, who was with the Choir Boys, done 101 bands and artists. He was teching for Michael Schenker. We played in the same band at the time. He said, come down, meet them all. I said, they're not really my band. I'm not in. He said, I'll just come down and meet them. And met the drummer, cool. Met Paul Raymond, lovely guy. Met, there was someone else I met. Schenker didn't turn up. He'd gone shopping in Bromley. His hotel was in Hammersmith. Rehearsals were in Putney. And he went off to Bromley shopping. Why would you go to Bromley shopping? Anyway, Pete Way rocked up about 4 hours late, and he stank of BO. I mean, like, literally, it would have made your hair stand on end. It was horrific. Couldn't literally string a sentence together. And it was like, and my mate introduced me to him, and literally I might as well have just been talking to like a trifle, because he just couldn't get a sentence out. Geezer Butler, yeah, good. Felix Pappalardi, yeah. Mark Sandman, don't know him. Nick Potter, don't know him. And others. Very good. It's a good list. Oscar 1234. Do I want 5,000, 50,000? Is that yen? I'll take whatever you give him, mate. Super chat facility is at the bottom of the screen. Dollar symbol in a rectangle. Go for it. Tony, how you doing? Used to have a peak bass that colour in the 90s. Black pick guard, looks wonderful on it. It's going to be getting a rosewood with bright yellow patterning in it. Much like the guitarist in my disco show band, he gets his guitars made by Gordon Smith here in the UK, and he's got 2 rosewood plates on a white Strat and a colour similar to this. Looks outstanding. So I might have to be paying them a visit to see if they've got any more blanks, see if they'll make me a plate, same as this. Look at that. 6-bolt neck. It's not going anywhere. Nice and tight. Tell you what, Oscar 1234, can you send me a cake? Cake would be good. Bill Clements, you had a pretty active beer stank decade or so myself. Yeah. Yeah. It's good. It's got a couple of dings on the side, but it's going to pick up things anyway with me because it's going to be used to the gigging bass. So it's all good. It's all good. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, folks. Most important thing you can do for any video here on the channel. Thumbs up. Really helps to push the channel, push the videos with the algorithm. It's all good. Super chat's good. Thank you. Leave comments. Feel free to share the video out of social media if you wish. So if I do a live chat tomorrow while I'm at sound check, I'll let you hear this. It's good. I have to say. Yeah, not quite sure what these strings are. They might be nickel, but they might not. Black ends. I don't know what they are. The only strings I've ever seen with black ends were Bass Center Elites up until about Late 90s when they moved over to the red and blue. So if any of you are out gigging this weekend, where you playing? What are you doing? Who are you playing with? Anyone went to see Level 42 tonight at London Palladium? Let me know. How was it? Cool. It's all good. It's got that, but I can live with it. Would have been nice if it had the other shaped headstock, but it is what it is. It's mighty pretty, I have to say. And I like the Caribbean rosewood as well. It's very orange. You won't really be able to see it 'cause we've got too much shadow here, but yeah. Very pleased. But yeah, this did the first set. Tony, is it a G&L tribute? No, it's a G&L scrapped tribute. It's a LB 100 American, made in Fullerton. This isn't. This is a Mexican P, and changed all the hardware, changed the pickup, changed the bridge, and this is my John Deacon bass, which looks the part but doesn't quite play like the G&L does. Palfero board. It's all good though. It's all good. This didn't cost much, and Lord knows it's earned me a fortune. So yeah, Mexican, probably 2017, 2018. I've done loads of gigs with this now. Don't really use it for anything other than Queen shows, but that's fine. Nice. It's the Mexican P Player Series. No. Just a standard Mexican P bass from 2017, 2018. Back when they had the CITES problems, so they were making all their basses. If it had a rosewood, it ended up having a Palfero instead of rosewood, but it's fine. It drinks conditioning fluid for fingerboards, I know that much. Bill, gotta run. Take it easy. You have a lovely birthday, what's left of it. Yeah, it's done some work, that's for sure. It's paid itself off many times. It's all good though, it's all good. You take it easy. Enjoy your weekend, your birthday weekend. It does the job. It does the job. But it isn't that. That's for sure. But yeah. Oh, there. Yes, if you've been out seeing any gigs today, what have you been seeing? A little something to munch on here. I've got the munchies going on. What we got? Oh yeah. Now we're talking. Stacey have got the sea salt and black pepper cashews. You know they're going open. hours since I had my dinner. A bag of nuts, there we go. Breakfast coming my way. What have we got there? Cats 360, your favourite bassist of Cliff Burton. Justin Chancellor. I met Justin Chancellor about 9 years ago at the Warwick base camp in Germany. He was a very lovely chap. I didn't think, well, we were supposed to interview him, but he arrived late. I didn't get time to do it. We had a little chat. He said, I read your stuff in the magazine. I said, do you now? We had a right old chat about bases for about 20 minutes. Very nice chat. Ivan, it was great to find the channel. Thank you. I'll watch more content when I have more time. With channel's been going 5 years. It's all up there. Help yourself. Thank you for your attention. See you later. It's all right, mate. It's what we're here for. RP Igniter Flea. Yeah, good call. Cats 360. That's sick. Writing for the magazines, as I did for 18 years, afforded you such luxuries. And that trip was mental. So I was only there for 3 days. A lot of the big names were coming in on the day when I was flying out, because they were coming for the weekend festival. But while I was there, Stu Ham was there. Stu Ham, Neil Murray, Phil X, Stevie Salas. Can someone remind me of the bass player before Jacko in Weather Report? His name eludes me at the moment. Dave Swift was there. Stu Zender popped in just as I was about to leave. Felix Pistorius, Joe Hubbard, Angeline Saris. There were loads. Yolanda Charles, Scott Reeder. Billy Sheehan was meant to be there, but he didn't make it. Someone remind me what the bass player before Jacko in Weather Report was. Can't remember his name, straight off the top of my head. Cats 360, I've been playing bass for about 2 months. Well done for getting on board. Your band director is already letting me play bass at our Christmas concert. Excellent. Keep playing, keep practicing. Get better. I've got the brain going now trying to think of that bass player. Alfonso Johnson. Not Miroslav Vitius, he was really early. He was like in the early 70s. No, it was Alfonso Johnson. Very nice guy. We had a long chat. Actually, his interview will be on the channel at some point. I've still got the audio. Although Miroslav Vitius was a cracking bass player. Sweet Nighter by Weather Report is an amazing album. Actually, Lee Sklar was meant to be on that trip. He didn't make it either. Dennis Chambers was on that trip. Monster drummer. Rex Brown turned up, looking very worse for wear. I remember seeing the list of people that were coming in. I was like, oh great, I'm going home just as they arrive. Bad timing. For people that are saying Flea is their favourite bass player, what's your favourite album that he's played on? Neil Noble, Mike Rutherford. I interviewed him in 2019. Mike's a great bass player. In fact, I'd say he's a better bass player than he is a guitarist. He's a very nice man. That's it, Stacey. Alfonso Johnson. Some guy had the gig go. Super duper. Really good. Hopefully, they'll have us back. Probably next summer for another event. It went very well. Got another one tomorrow. Gareth Harrison, favourite bassist is Duck Dunn. Nothing wrong with that. That's a good choice. Been a fan since I was introduced him for the Blues Brothers when I was a kid. Oh, it was great. Legendary. Neil Noble, you also like Peter Hook. I've interviewed him 3 times actually. Yeah. He's good. He's always good for a chat. He's good. If you're just dropping in from the shorts feed or vertical stream feed, please give the video a thumbs up. Most important thing you can do, as well as have a conversation as well, of course. You also like Manny from Stone Roses, I hear. Never met him, never interviewed him. Andrew, Guy Pratt. Is that what you mean? Or are you calling me Guy? Guy? Greg, put Solanga in that shit. What are you talking about? If you can, it will. You're talking about Guy Pratt, cool. Neil Noble, do you rate Phil Lynott? Massively. A huge Thin Lizzy fan. I was in the studio when Brian Robertson was recording his solo album. Well, it wasn't solo, it was a band called The Clan in 1995. I've played the guitar that was used on Boys Are Back in Town. Robbo's Les Paul, gold top. Very nice guitar it was too. Yeah, love Phil Lynott. There was only one. He died before I became a bass player, but I do my research. I was always a big Thin Lizzy appreciator. Hope you're having a good weekend wherever you are. Cheers. If you've got gigs coming up over the weekend, let us know where you're playing, what you're playing, and who you're playing with. So I've got another Queen show tomorrow. Charity bash. Looking forward to it. A different lineup tomorrow. So with the same guitarist from tonight, and then different drummer from Supreme Queen, and the Freddie is another guy that we use regularly in our band. So it's all good. He actually got the gig, so well done that man. Gareth, also a fan of Ronnie Lane. Yeah, yes. Of the Small Faces and the Faces, yes, agreed. William Thurman, hey, good to see you. Geddy Lee, goes without saying. Legendary. I'm surprised we haven't had any Mark King votes at the moment, especially considering they're out on tour. Just played London tonight. You like Turtles? I like all bass players. That's a good answer. Well done, sir. Well played. Anyone got their eyes on something particularly for Black Friday? Young Keith Doherty contacted me yesterday, said, I'm after this pedal unit line selector. Can you add it to your Amazon shop? I went, yeah, I can do that. Do I know Ashley Hutchings? No, but I do know Dave Pegg in terms of them as players. I don't know them personally. William, do I play a 5-string? If someone asks me to, yes, I've got 4 of them. So if someone wants 5-string, they can have it, but out of preference, I tend to play 4s. Gareth Bruce Foxton, yeah, good call. Very good call. I do play 5-string. Do you play 5-string, William Thurman? And if so, what 5-string have you got? So I've got a 5-string Stingray with a status graphite neck. I've got Dingwall NG2. I've got a Lakeland 5502, and I've got a GB Rumer 5-string. And between those 4, that covers most of the 5-string requirements that I have. Samir Baloch, hey, hello, fellow music producer here. How you doing? Wow, what's this discussion about? Bass players. This is a bass channel, bass guitar. But feel free to talk about music, whatever's working for you, sir. I've just finished a gig, so I'm playing in a Queen tribute band tonight, and I have a little pint in front of me. I've got 2 basses behind me, and I'm winding down after my gig. Will Thurman, no, I've got an old Beatle bass. You mean Hofner? Is that right? Neil Noble, great show. What, this live chat? Yeah. Yeah. You should come on the Tuesday nights ones when it gets really raucous. Or you could see them all if you wish. They're all on the channel. We've done 139 regular pre-booked live chats. They're all there to be watched. David Bianchi, John Entwistle. Well, indeed. Quite. Samir, hell yeah, man. Still buzzing. Enjoy. I will. We don't get to do Friday night live chats after gigs very often, and it means some of the American contingent can come on and get involved, which they struggle to do on a Tuesday night. If you're coming onto the chat, please give it a thumbs up. It doesn't cost you anything. It's literally a click of a mouse or a tap on your phone screen. It doesn't cost anything. It helps the channel, helps me, helps the video, projects the video through the algorithm. So please feel free to give it a thumbs up. Very much appreciated. Gareth, Harry Kakuli of Squeeze. Is he their recent bass player? Although they've had some great bass players in the past. Neil Wilkinson was their bass player for many years. He's on the Around and About live album. It's fabulous. Canny Boy 84, you look like Rob Denise, do I? Is that good or is that bad? At my age, I could care less, but don't worry. I don't know who that is. William Thurman, do you play upright? No. Never needed to. I've probably missed about 5 gigs in my career. I've done 4,500 gigs, so the fact I've missed out on 5 or 10, I'll live. But no, I don't play upright. There's loads of guys that I know that do, so let them take that work. I'm not bothered. I do okay. Neil Noble. What about Phil Lesh? Well, there's a legendary player. And he plays my favourite brand of bass, which is a alembic. William Thurman, me neither. I've got to have frets. I play fretless, and there will be a series coming very, very shortly here on the channel about my journey playing fretless bass. But I haven't filmed it yet. I've written the scripts, but I haven't filmed it. Gareth, Harry was the original bassist when they formed with Jules Holmes. Yeah. Yeah. I hear you. You want to hear me? You can't. I haven't got an amplifier. It's in the car. You might hear me tomorrow if I do a live chat when we're at sound check. I can take you through the gear then. You can hear the basses. And you can hear the amps and the pedals and what I do. Neil Noble, Jack Bruce, there we go. That's the second time tonight his name's come up in conversation. Someone was talking to me about him. Now, where did that happen? Someone mentioned Jack Bruce. Was it today or was it yesterday? I can't remember. Someone was talking to me about Jack Bruce. As I pointed out to him, I did one of his last interviews before he died. Stacey, if Richard was here, he could tell folks a tale about playing status quo hits on his upright. He could. Might be a bit late in the day for him, unless he's out gigging. William Thurman, sounds good. If you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell, set it to all, you'll get notifications whenever I go live. So if I do a live chat tomorrow, you'll get a notification. And then you can come in and see my setup. You can hear the basses and the pedals. You can throw questions at me while I'm doing it. It's all good. If you're wondering what that is, it's not Ribena. It's this. Oh. It's what they had in their fridge downstairs. I was like, yeah, a bottle of that will do. I should have got a couple actually. But not to worry, eh? So if you're out gigging, let us know where you're playing over the weekend. Gareth Harrison, Lancaster, Quo, Fluff. That was his name. Dark Fruits, yes. Magna's version. Larry Taylor. Who's Larry Taylor play with? I don't know that name. Inform me. Super chat facility is there, folks. If you wish to donate to the channel, you don't have to. Live chat's free to watch and get involved with, but if you want to help the channel, help me. Super chat facility is there. Bass was your first instrument, William. Can I call you Bill? It's easier. Bass was my first instrument. Pop was a concert pianist, but he loved 40s swing music. That's where you cut your teeth. Hey, cool. Larry Taylor was in Canned Heat. Very good. Thank you for the heads up there. That's good. I'll call you Bill. Very good. '40s swing music. Wow, you'll have some chops then. Gareth, as you've mentioned previously, Mick Quinn, yes, of Supergrass, outstanding bass player and backing vocalist. His harmonies are great. He's the perfect bass player for that band. Your Upper Lazy River. I'm assuming that's a song. Yeah. Good stuff. If anyone's got any questions about the basses, fire away. You want to know about my John Deacon Precision? that fella. You want to ask about the G&L, which is there? Feel free. It's been a revelation. So up until about 2 months ago, I didn't own any G&Ls at all. Hadn't bought any. Had reviewed several, but hadn't owned one. And then one came up that I had to drive. I had to drive up to Merseyside to get, and got it home, and it was like, wow, this is superb. And then last week, well, actually for about 2 weeks before, this was at Base Direct in Leamington Spa, and I was toying with going and checking it out. And then last week on my gig, last Friday, I was en route going past Base Direct. I thought, I'm going to pop in and check that base out. Picked it up within 2 minutes. I knew I was buying it. And I'm old enough and ugly enough to know that when that happens, you buy it. You don't think about it. Don't go away and, I'll think about it. No, just buy it. Gareth Harrison, Rick Danko are good bands. Yeah, good call. Neil Noble and Rickenbacker's good basses. They're okay. They have a unique tone. They are what they are. They're a nightmare to set up and repair. Personally, I wouldn't buy one. I probably wouldn't use it. I've got better basses. But if you're into that thing, you like the look, you like the sound, go for it. Joseph Digital. Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing? Very welcome. Bill, what do you think about Jacko? Legendary. Legendary. Otherworldly. Not of this world. Mentally out there, but not in a bad way. And changed the world of bass player. Really. Took everything that had come before it, put it all in the melting pot and created his own thing. Really. Joe Goose, in it. Of course it's Joe Goose. How you doing? Very intelligent, yes. Well, as I said, otherworldly. How's it going? Good, yeah, good gig. Did Queen gig. Had my new bass on. G&L LB100. Outstanding. Love it. Best P bass I've ever played. I love it. Wish I'd owned it years ago. Very nice sort of aqua blue sparkle. It's grand. Love it. Bill, are we talking about the G&L or are we talking about the Rickenbackers there? Oh wow, you've been looking at G&L for years. Exactly what I did, but always put off because no one else plays them. I wasn't put off because of that. I just didn't take the time to go and sit in a shop that had some. But on paper, they are amazing. Yeah, they are. And of course, Leo Fender's Last Designs. That's not the big selling point. The selling point is how good they are, how well they play, and the sounds and features are just... Should have bought an L2000 like 30 years ago. I might not have bought any other basses. They're that good. Even Stacey's bought one in the past week. Sustain, exactly. Even acoustically, when you're not plugged into an amp, you play a note on the neck, just rings. Outstanding. Neil Noble, which bass did Phil Lesh play? Alembics. Lots of them. Not cheap. Very expensive. Series 2s generally. Joe, remember the guys from Skunk and Nancy played one? Yeah, for years he played Stingrays. Then he played, he had Stingray cutlasses, which are the graphite ones. And then he moved over to G&L, and I can totally see why. There's a couple of videos here on the channel when I got the L2000 where I've just done like a little on-the-fly demo at home. And you can hear some of the sounds it does. It's just so practical. There's no sounds on the L2000 that I couldn't use. They're that good. So snap them up, because you can't buy them new anymore. You can only buy them second hand. There are some about. Bass Brothers got a couple. I think the Gallery's got a couple of SB2s, which are the ones with the precision and the split coil. Split coil and single coil. How did your gigs go? You were sort of not winding up to do some gigs that you're going to be doing with your brother. Have you done them? One God 777 Claypool. Yes. Les Claypool. Good shout. Joe, have you just got the P-bass one? No, that's an LB100. That's the precision. And about 2 months ago, I bought an L2000, which is the twin humbucker one. And it's amazing. Mick Khan, good shout. Well done, guys. Yeah, you went really well. You're back in January. Did the amplification you got work? You were wondering what amp to buy, weren't you? You were looking at Ashdown. You were going to get them to build something for you that was like a trace. Neil Noble, you're sat here reading a Woodstock book. David Brown is mentioned. Any good? He was in Santana. Yes. All the bass players in Santana have been good. He never has a rubbish bass player. I think it's Greg Rauch. He's like the legendary Santana bass player. It's either Rauch or Rauk. I can't remember the pronunciation. Joe, can you show me your G&L again? At the gig I borrowed a huge PV115 combo. PV115, that'll do the job. Oh, yeah. There you go. 6-bolt neck. How's that grab you? Tight as you like. There's no gaps there. There's going to be a tortoiseshell plate going on this very shortly. So that's the LB100. I think this is a 2019. It was at the gallery. At the gallery. It was originally there. Someone bought it and then traded it in at the at Bass Direct. So I went up and got it. But it's a belter. It plays like no other precision I've ever played. And then last week's Bass Bash, Silver Fox Nick had an SB1 with a battered body, battered neck, and it was amazing. It was outstanding. Stacey, for those in the States, Musician's Friend and Guitar Center have a broad selection of used G&Ls. Here you go. This is a great show. It's not bad, is it? It's ticking along quite nicely. Joe, so that's like a P-bass. Yes, it's the model that G&L created in order to have their own precision. Originally, it was called the Legacy bass, but Fender kicked up a stink because they had a model called the Legacy. So they changed it to LB, Legacy Bass 100. Works for me. Lovely colour. It is. It's lovely. Cheers, Neil. Thanks for that. Silas, Nicky 6. Yes, good shout, sir. I'm trying to show your comment. Joe Goose, how does it differ? How do you mean? How does it differ? What's the name of it? It's an LB100 made in America. Bill Thurman, sweet. How much did it set you back? £900. Stacey, can't wait to see that tortoise plate. No, me too. I've got to get it made first. Neil Noble, I'm looking at Jack Cassidy. Oh, what, Jack Cassidy bass? Well, you need to have a chat with Gareth then, because Gareth loves Jack Cassidy basses. Joe Goose, is it like a P-bass on steroids? Yes, and some. The fretwork's immaculate. Sustain just rings, and it's like playing P-bass coated in silk, and it's loud and it's thunderous and it's got really nice tone. Billy Cox, yes, good call. This is passive, yes. The L2000 is in. You can have passive and active. That's right, Stace. Fullerton made too right. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, folks. It helps with the algorithm and all that. Colin Greenwood, there's a name. I haven't seen that for a while. What amp have I got? Aguilar. I got two SL212 cabinets, an AG700, which is what I'm using at the moment, and I've got a DB751 as well. I've got loads of gear. Don't get me started. I've got 45 basses. So. Joe, yeah, exactly. They're made at the original Fender factory. That's right. Not anymore. It's all gone tits up. You won't be able to buy G&Ls new. You're going to have to buy them second hand. Exactly. Exactly, Bill. If you want to talk basses, I'll talk basses. Happily. Lord knows I've reviewed enough over the years. So if you ever read Bass Guitar Magazine or read Bass Player between 2018 and 2022, you've probably read stuff I've written. Stacey, thank you. Getting into all the bells and whistles this weekend with that bass. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I can see your message there, Joe, but it won't let me show it. Yeah, so like I say, tomorrow, another round of Queen, and that's my gigs done until I think it's the 28th. Yeah, Black Friday day. You've quit Facebook. That's okay. I'm very tempted to do the same, but unfortunately, a lot of my work comes through it, and I need it for promoting stuff on the YouTube channel. So I'm not just on X and Bass Chat. Okay. You're a top man. I'll remind you when my missus gives me a hounding. Gareth, thoughts on the new Hartley TX7500? Apparently it's a homage to the HA3500. Hartley have lost their way. They've lost so much ground to other companies. I don't know really where they sit anymore. If I'm honest, I don't think that head's going to do them any favors, because they had the TX600 or 6000. It did nothing really. Too late. They needed to do Class D a lot earlier. Like a lot of companies, EBS fell into the same trap. Thought they could outpace it, and you can't, or they couldn't. And Mark Bass and other small Class D manufacturers just beaten to it. Bill Thurman, yeah, they get picky sometimes, just a bit. Stacey, what time are you gearing up for Brooksy's Black Friday Superstore? 10 a.m. UK time. The American contingent will be in bed, so you'll have to watch it on catch up, unless you're getting up super early with your breakfast and your pajamas. Like last year, when I was still eating my breakfast as we went live. That was a funny old one last year, because there were so few deals. They'd all sold out. All the Amazon stuff had pretty much sold out for bass. Joe, did I tell you I was in Witten with Mike Walsh of Zoo? Yes, you bought a couple of basses. Or you've ordered one and you've bought one. It's 8.25 there. It'll be 1.25 here then. Stacey, oof, that's an early one. Yeah, it's early for you guys. I got to go and do a gig afterwards. Neil, I'm no expert. That's all right. Looking at Grateful Dead, Jerry, Phil, and Bob all have nice guitars. Is that correct? Yeah, they did. Alembic basically created their sound system in the late 60s, so they had the best sound in the world, pretty much. And that's what led to Alembic bass guitars starting. And Phil was a big exponent of that. Jack Cassidy was too. But Phil kind of ran with it, and then Stanley Clarke came on board, and then Entwistle and John Paul Jones and all the big players moved over to Alembic basses for a period. Joe, cool, good news. I have a Say bass being delivered either late December or early January. Excellent. enjoy. Neil Noble, thank you. It's okay. You spoke to Martin last week. They sold your other say. Very good. Have you been paid for that? I hope you have. King Charles, good morning. Good to see you. Mike, have you ever played an 8-string bass? I have. Not for a gig. I've played one in a store. 2-octave strings, Chris Squire style. Yeah. Go have a pick for that. Too hard on fingers. You got to use a pick. Good sound. You know, it is what it is, but not the sort of thing you're gonna play at speed. Put it that way. Stacey, Joe, it's all going to the new say. Very good with the other bass they owe me for. Very good. Stuart Cook, who's that? Neil Noble. Who's Stu Cook? I don't know. Keep writing the messages, guys. I'm just going to change the thermostat. It's freezing in here, blowing cold air. I need to get the room a bit warmer. Give me a minute. Not that one. There. Two. That's better. Good. Hopefully that will warm it up a bit. I'm starting to get cold legs. Mike, how was the bass chat meetup? Oh, it was great. It was really good. I did an interview with Matt Gleason from Monty's Guitars about his pickups and his basses, and he was great. Never met him before. Lovely chat. And then I interviewed Chris Charles. It's like two old men down the pub, really. We were just having a chat. And that video will be up here on the channel in a couple of weeks. I've got to edit it up and hold on to it because he wants to tie it in with something he's about to do. So that's cool. Saw loads of good basses, met some great people. It's all good. Bill Thurman, what's my style of music? Anything apart from jazz and metal. I don't do jazz. Jazz is Joe's department, and metal ain't my thing. But other than that, I'll play anything as long as it's paying the bills. It's all good. Got to keep those fingers warm. Correct. I don't know how to say that. Exaria. I think he forgot to lock the door. No, the door's locked. The door's all locked. Any nice basses there that caught your eye? Yeah, there were. There was a John Shuker, which if you go into the videos, you look at the live chat that I did from the show, the thumbnail was like a black and yellow Shuker, 3 pickups, upright scroll headstock, and a Steve Vai monkey grip. It was like, who designed that? And what were you trying to create? There was some lovely Spectres there. There was loads of lovely stuff. There's some Statuses, a couple of Walls, just lots, just great. Lots of stuff to play. Everyone was very friendly. It was really nice, really good day. Neil Noble, Stu Cook was in Creedence Clearwater Revival. See, I'm learning stuff today. This is what Brooksy's Bass Corner is all about. People teaching people stuff. It's good. You're reading a Woodstock book. Very good. Joe, but Dire Straits, Queen, The Police, and Cream are the best music. So yeah, I'll go with some of that. Do I play King Crimson? No, I tend not to get asked to play any of that. I do like a bit of prog. Big Yes fan, big Genesis fan. It bites. Rush-ish. I can't stand Geddy Lee's voice, but I love his bass player. But yeah. But yeah, King Crimson's never. I can't get past Robert Fripp. I'm not a fan of his. I'm not a fan of his playing, and I'm not a fan of him. Although I have worked with his wife, so that's a different thing entirely. But yeah, I've never really got into King Crimson. He has a really high voice. Yeah, Geddy Lee. Yeah. Yes, he does. Is Mike Rutherford underrated? As a bass player, yeah, massively. But I think he's a better bass player than he is a guitar player. I think his bass work's immaculate, especially on those early and mid-period Genesis albums. Yeah. Is he respected? Yeah, I'd say so. But you see, for years now, he's played guitar, and he sort of dabbles a bit in bass, and he kind of lost that. So for a certain generation of sort of Genesis fans and Mike and the Mechanics fans, he's a guitar player, not a bass player. What's my favourite musician? Freddie Mercury. Kind of gives the game away, really, doesn't it? Joe, I think the most underrated bassist is Kurt Smith. No, he's not underrated. There's Derek Taylor of Roachford, the original Roachford bass player, is far more underrated than Kurt Smith. Go and check out Roachford. There's loads of stuff on YouTube. Go and listen to the albums. Derek's a monster player. Been talking to him the past couple of weeks. I even sent him a copy of Roachford playing at Wembley Stadium supporting NXS. He didn't have it. I said, you've got to have it. It was on Radio 1. He said, no. I said, good, watch your phone. I'll send you the files through. They were fab. They were fab. Did you go to any of the Level 42 gigs, Joe? Don't forget, thumbs up, folks, please. Thumbs ups do the world of good to the YouTube channel, to the video. For me, it's all good. Wow, Roachford, really cool band. They came off the boil massively at the end of the 90s. He's been solo act for ages, but he's been with Mike and the Mechanics, doing very well. And Roachford was support for Level 42 on this new tour. I forgot about them for years. Me too. I've got all their albums, all of his albums, but I just got out of the habit of listening to it. Got it all on my phone at the moment, been running it when I've been going to gigs, coming home from gigs. But Derek Taylor is the original bass player, and he's amazing. He was Gabrielle's bass player. He does a lot of, I think he does theatre work now. He was doing a Bob Marley musical. When was that? That was probably about a year and a half ago. But we've been talking lately, so I said to him, apart from me meeting you in the Bass Centre in 1998 and us chatting electronically, we've never met, other than saying hello, and that was that. I said, we need to go out for like a coffee or a beer or something and have a right old natter. So there might be an interview, who knows. You just saw him playing a P bass. Derek, yeah, he played all sorts. Xaria, one to make her happy. It sounds amazing. I don't know what you're talking about. Put some meat on the bones. I don't know what you're referring to. You love the colour of my gin now, so do I. Although, back in 2021, I very nearly bought that model of bass in a cherry sunburst with a tortoiseshell plate, again from Bass Direct, and I missed it by a day. Too busy dithering as to whether I should buy it or not. Wish I had. Sandra Horn, welcome. Well, if you were young again, you'd release your mistakes. Hey? I don't know what you're referring to. Did you say they're passive? Yes, the LB100s are passive. Sandra Horn, what do you do now? You do realise you're on a bass guitar channel, don't you? I have no idea what you're talking about. You've just ventured into my live chat. Well, if you were young again, you'd release your mistakes. Dear, oh dear. Joe, how do they compare to the Trace T bass? What? An LB100 is two different basses. T bass is jazz. This is a precision. Unless you're talking about the T bass that had split chord pickup. Weren't many of them, and I've not had one. Well, if you were a guitar... Sandra Horn, I've got no idea what's going on in your mental state, but you're talking nonsense. Have you been on the Rougeos? Don't know what you're talking about. Oh, well. Joe, a lot of LIM AI bots these days, yeah. It's all right. I'll let her keep nattering because it's good for the algorithm. It's an LL. Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. We'll just forget, and they'll drop off eventually. Xari, suggest me any song by your favourite musician. Well, the entire Queen back catalogue. Where do you want to start? Prophet's song, Staying Power live, uh, Princes of the Universe, Innuendo, Headlong, Don't Try So Hard. There's tons. I could recite the whole back catalogue. Go and delve deep into the Queen back catalogue. You'll love it. Sandra's on one, certainly is. Neil Noble, what did they call the singer from Free who fronted? It's Paul Rogers. How do you like him? Love him. They've just, Bad Company have just been entered into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Paul Rogers is immense. Paul Rogers sings a version of Crazy Little Thing called Love from Sheffield in 2005 that to my mind is better than any version Freddie ever sang. He's got power, that boy. Bill Thurman. Pop said I was a hair flat when I tried the fretless. You have a better ear than me. It's practice. That's, intonation on a fretless is all practice. Joe, really hate how everyone on X is using ChatGPT to write their tweets. It's pointless reading 90%. Well, I came off X. Can't be bothered with it. It had no benefit for the channel. Signing date? What are you talking about? Mike, are you subscribed to Apple Music? No. Or Spotify? No, neither. If you were a new artist, you wouldn't be here. I don't need to be a new artist. What are you talking about? Get off my channel, you dope. Stupid Oopid, Jacko, quite. Good call. Did I like George Michael at the Freddie tribute? Massively. I was there. If you buy the DVD to the Freddie Mercury tribute, there's in the extras, there's a load of photos. A load of them are mine. So yeah, I was there. Do I play fretless? I do, not very well. I'm about to embark on a series of videos here on the channel documenting my journey. So keep watching. They're all scripted, I just haven't filmed them yet. Joe, Mark King left X for political reasons, but Mike Lindup is still on it. Yeah, I couldn't be asked with it. I posted up there, no one ever responded to any of the posts. And I don't support Elon Musk and all his nonsense, so I just thought, get rid. Here come the trolls. Good for the algorithm, correct? If they give me a thumbs up, it'd be fabulous. Thor, hello. I've been thinking about buying another G&L L2 500 before their process go through the roof. Although their prices have never gone through the roof. And as Stacey and I were having a chat last week, at the moment in the States, second-hand, they're kind of staying where they were. They haven't gone up, they haven't gone down. There aren't many G&Ls that aren't tributes that are less than $1,000. So there aren't bargains to be had. It's just what happens to the second-hand market over time. We'll see. See, Stacey bought one on my recommendation. Stupid Oopid X is toxic. Agreed. I haven't got time to waste arguing with idiots on X. Bill Thurman, why do you think they went out of business? G&L, they've never been a glamorous brand. They've never been an instrument to aspire to. And as a lot of people were saying, they never managed to get their basses into the hands of profile players for some reason. The marketing since the McLarens took over was shocking. Very bland, very boring, and kept rattling out the same old line about this is the best bass Leo ever made. Change the record. Sorry, missed your message there, Joe. You like the gritty 70s style political narrative on X. Also, I like the fact that it's an untapped musician wasteland like the early internet. You can make your mark there. I can't be asked. My focus is YouTube. That's what I'm doing. Thor, the one that I have isn't a tribute. Very good. Are they worth the money? As I've found, I didn't jump onto the G&L bus until about 2 months ago, and I've now got an L2000 and an LB100. two of the best basses I've ever bought. Ixaria, can you sing Princes of the Universe? You just suggest like just any few like no. I'm in a hotel, I'll wake people up. Watch the video on YouTube and turn it up really loud. A Gaddis, hey, hi, welcome. Bill Thurman, too cheap. Sandra Horn's still going nuts. My channel, love, you don't like it, go. I am rude and that's out of order. Go. Don't sit on my channel. One more sentence and I'll block you. Stacey, yes, that I picked up now 2000 in Blue Burst. You can add another, won't get you. Xaria, oh my bad, didn't know about that. It's okay, it's cool. You asked, I gave you an answer, it's cool. I thought my go-to bass is your 74 Fender P bass. Each to their own, each to their own. Sandra's just being Karen. There's a lot of them about. The best bit is I can block them. Joe, I listen to George Michael a lot at work. That's no bad thing. You like his later albums. I love Older. I think Older's a great album. Songs from the last century. Yeah. Older is great. Yeah, a bit depressing. Yeah, but he'd come through losing his court case with Sony and losing his partner to AIDS when he wrote Older. I remember when it came out. Yeah, there's some great songs on there. I can feel my playing calluses are throbbing at the moment from playing tonight. It's all good. They'll be ready, fighting fit for tomorrow. Love Freddie as well. My favourite's Kind of Magic. You can do better than that, Joe. Right. My advice, go on YouTube while you're here. Open another window. Go to YouTube. Look for the live version of Staying Power from Milton Keynes 82. You'll thank me later. John Taylor, severely underrated. Correct. Mike Tame, good to see you. Yes. Although, I have this up. It's not an argument. He let his tone go big time and trying to fit how he used to play and sound into a Duran Duran of the last 20 years has been a severe challenge for him. And his tone's just fallen off a cliff. It's better now with the Dingwall, with the Neve preamp, but I was actually was it you, Stace? I was talking to someone earlier how he thought that playing a Gibson Les Paul bass was a good idea. No, don't do that. Joe, I never rated John Taylor because he would get Bernard Edwards in the studio to play his parts. No, that was just one bit on the Power Station album. That's not the case. It was only that Power Station bit, the solo. You've seen the solo from Get It On. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but that's what I read in an interview. No. JT played all his parts on Rio and the first album. Stacey, imagine if JT had employed a G&L, correct? It's exactly what I said to you earlier. Bill Thurman, you played a mandolin for a while. Big calluses, I'd be starting over if I picked it up again. Yeah, I hear. Maestro, make sure never had a tune. Oh, yeah. Stacey, yes, that Les Paul. Mike Tame, early days, he had the mids cranked. Yes, he did. Well, it was Arias with noise killer circuits. It's lots of mids, isn't it? Nathan East is good. Yes, my mate, Nathan East. Thought in December you're going to the Ryman Auditorium, going to see Bella Fleck, and he's going to have Victor Wooten with him. Enjoy. Enjoy, sir. Bill Thurman likes Bella Fleck. Very good. Joke, John Taylor made a lot of middle-aged men in lockdown that had never played bass before going by second-hand area basses and pumped the prices up. Well, he didn't get loads of people to play alembics, yet their prices trebled. Push my collection value up, that's for sure. That is for sure. Don't forget, folks, give the video a thumbs up if you'd be so kind. Lee Sklar is very good. He's been on nearly 3,000 albums. Possibly the most recorded bass player in history. My mate Lee came on the live chat back in July. Lee Sklar spent 40 minutes talking to us. All good. He is a mate of mine, indeed. And he has played with everyone, yeah. He didn't have to come on my live chat. He had a night off. I just sent him a message, said, you got a night off. Do you want to come and visit my live chat? And he did for 40 minutes. Richard nearly had a heart attack. You're enjoying this? Well, thank you. I just thought it was a good idea. We don't do Friday live chats after gigs, after people have been out drinking. So I thought we'd do one for a while. Joe, did you touch base with Mark King at the concert? No, he's not seeing anyone. Only Marcus from Bass Direct, I think, got an audience, and that's because he knows the sound man or the manager, one or the other. But Mark's not meeting people after gigs. Got to keep the bugs away. Is he a chill guy? Who, Lee Sklar? Yes, very. Ixaria, I start listening Bon Jovi again. Yeah, periods where I'll go and have a listen. I'm not buying tickets to go and see him next year, though. I don't want to be at the gig when he loses his voice again. Stacey, yes, he did. What an absolute treat he was on that live chat. Yeah, he was. Mike Tame Stu Ham is another. No one really talks about anymore. No, it stayed in the instrumental realm and didn't sort of go into the. I remember reading an interview with Stu Ham long ago where he said he'd love to play with Elton John, love to play with Hall & Oates, lots of like song bands, song artists. He never did it. He stayed doing the instrumental thing, pretty much. Beat after beat, you're off. Sleep well, take it easy. Neil Noble, alive or dead, who would play bass in your dream band? Ooh. I couldn't pick that. I'll tell you, actually, talking about underrated, T-Bone Walk, who used to be Hall & Oates' bass player, he died in 2010. Very early. Outstanding player. I don't know. I couldn't pick a dream band. It'd be too big. Bill Thurman, last tickets I priced with 350. Guess it's the radio for me. Yeah, I'm not keen on paying more than £100 for tickets. I go and see Young Gun Silver Fox. It cost me, well, their last gig cost me 27 quid. Before that, 12 quid. Before that, 8 quid. Some amazing band. Oh, you're still here, are you? Bye. That's her gone, whoever she was. Not Jim Hendrix, yeah, they're the very same. The bass chord hit hard to you. I don't know what you mean there. Wallenberg, Chris Squire. Now we're talking. Joe, there's a Fender Deluxe Zone bass. I saw that, Bass Brothers. Yeah. That was a development of the Fender Precision Light. Basically the same bass, but with 3-band EQ and humbuckers. Joe, it's been modified. Okay. Mike Tame, that's an easy pick for me. Lee Claypool or Justin Chancellor. There we go. legends, both of them. And Justin Chancellor accelerating the price of wall bases like no one else on earth. Have I ever seen a Yes concert? No, I didn't go. I probably should have gone in 91. I wasn't a fan then. I became a fan of Yes in 92. But no, never went to see them. But I've got all the albums up until 2010. I think that was the last time I bought a Yes album. Bill Thurman, does Paul McCartney still play? Yeah. Paul McCarthy, that's a different player. Yeah, McCartney does. He's just finished a world tour, and I think he's got some dates in for next year. It's crazy. Doesn't sit still, but he's getting to that age where, one day you won't be able to do it, so cram it in. Am I living in the UK? Yeah. I live in London, but I'm in Poole, in Dorset at the moment. Justin for his writing capabilities. Justin Chancellor or Justin Timberlake? Sorry, it's an easy gag. Sorry. Justin Chancellor's a very nice chap. I like the comments, folks. This is good. It's as bad as they make it seem. Is it as bad? The civil unrest? Not on my channel. I filter the buggers out. We don't have bullying. We don't have people being obnoxious or nasty or aggressive on my channel. If you come on there and you're like that, you're bombed off. Wallenberg, you're in Canada. Good to have you on board. Joe, Les Claypool any day. Yeah. Bill Thurman, you ever played in Bath? Yeah, I did a couple of Green Day tribute gigs in Bath Uni. Cool. When was that? Mid 2000s. On the coattails of American Idiot being out. Xavier Fender is always best in his work with guitars. Who? Leo Fender. Wallenberg, I mean in Streets of London. Sorry, I didn't. What was your last message? You're in Canada. I mean in Streets of London. I don't know. I know him. Sorry, Mike. What are we talking about? Justin Chancellor. No, I met him at the Warwick Bass Bash in 2016. He flew in from the States the night before I flew out. So we were supposed to do a magazine interview with him. And we had a big chat. He said, oh no, contact me afterwards. And I did. He never replied. And we didn't get to do that interview. Joe, I'll be taking a trip to JDHQ after Xmas. Good, safe travels. Wallenberg, on YouTube, there's lots of footage of protesting in London because people are fed up. People are always fed up. People like to moan. Is it as massive as it seems? No, they're doing Palestinian and Israeli protests at weekends. Let them get on with it. Don't worry about it. I don't. Joe... Xmas, yeah, got it. Neil Noble, how do you like Adam Lambert? He does a great job. It's the impossible task. And the fact that he worked with Queen, allowed them get back out doing the gigs, doing what they do best. My mate is Neil Fairclough, Queen's bass player. Without Adam Lambert, none of that would have happened. So be grateful for those things. If you don't like Adam Lambert, that's fair enough. Lots of people don't. I just like the fact that Roger and Brian got to go out and gig again. Stacey, how often do these bass bashes occur? Go on Bass Chat. They have them all around the country, but the Southeast one is one a year. Bill Thurman, ever played the song to Barney Miller? No. Joe, Mike, do you have any contact with Paul from Wall? No. We tried to interview him several times. He was never available. He was always too busy. I think I tried like 5 or 6 times. In the end, we just gave up. And Joel my editor said, don't bother. So we didn't. I don't think it hurt his sales though. Wallenberg, I can't stop listening to the album Voyage of the Acolyte, but Steve Hackett is your favourite guitarist. Steve Hackett is a blinding player. Very much so. Michael H, hey, what's your favourite book? Ooh. Now you're asking. Blimey, I'll have to come back to that. I used to do A-level English. I've read a lot. One Flew Over Cuckoo's Nest is a very good book to read. Trying to think. I'd need to think about that for a while. Joe, studied with Terry Gregory for many years. He was Steve Hackett's bassist. Yeah, Terry Gregory has just been doing the Jimi Hendrix theatre show that I was the bass player for before COVID. We got 1 gig done, cancelled 2. COVID happened and the whole tour got scrapped. And when the band was prepping, now was that this year or was that last year? It was early this year. The guy who runs the production contacted me. He said, "Oh, you ready to come back out, do more gigs?" I went, "Well, what are the dates?" He said, gave me a list of dates, and they all fell on dates pretty much when I was busy. I said, "Can't do it, mate. Can't do it. I'm already booked." So Terry got the call, and he's been doing those shows. Neil Noble, Tony Levin is very good. Yes, indeed. Bill Thurman, probably Animal Farm, yeah, or 1984, yeah, all of that. In terms of books, I love Animal Farm. I read that quite a few times when I was doing A-level English. Read 1984 a few times as well. Michael H, you are steady. You don't need my help. Nice to see you. What? You're cool. It's all good. We're talking bass guitars, my friend. Bass guitars and bass players. And I'm going to be hitting bed shortly because the old lead Hobson's is needing a rest. And I need to set my alarm to wake up for breakfast. Wallenberg, you saw Tony Levin play with his beat ensemble in Halifax, Nova Scotia. It was amazing. Very good, very cool. Bill Thurman, those are definitely head trips. Michael H, Keanu Reeves and Dogstar. Okay. Yeah. He can play bass. After a fashion, he can. So like I say, there might be a few live chats tomorrow. We'll see how the timing of the day pans out. But I would imagine I'm going to be getting to the gig venue tomorrow before the rest of the band. So there'll be a lot hanging about. But I'll see if I can do a live chat doing sound check. And you can hear the new bass. Hear the old bass as well. You think the bet might tame? I think the best bass player hasn't been discovered yet. There's no best. All the thing at the top was who is your favourite? Doesn't mean best. I don't think there is a best bass player. Have I played in the States? No. I've been to the States once. Went to New York in 2014 to interview the guys from Aguilar and Stuart Spector, and haven't been back since. Never played a gig, and I don't think I ever will, because I don't play in bands that are likely to play over there. Neil Noble, you're off. Thanks for the chat. Pleasure. Have a good weekend, my man. Take it easy. Joe, probably don't know any other bassist preferred book other than Lemmy's. Yeah. Right, folks, we've done nearly an hour and 3/4. I'm going to get some shut-eye before I start fading. New York City, yes, New York City, the very same. So on that note, thank you very much for joining me for a post-gig chat. Hope you all have a fabulous weekend. Regular Tuesday night live chat will be 8 o'clock UK time on Tuesday here on the channel. But I have a fair feeling there's going to be some live chat tomorrow. So tune in. If you aren't already subscribed to the channel, and hit the subscribe button, you'll get a notification when we go live. Stacey Neil will come back for the Tuesday live chats. There you go. Cheers, Mike. Take it easy, Joe. Bill Thurman saying, Stacey, have a good weekend. Folks, enjoy your weekend. Be safe. If you're playing, travel safely. Might see you tomorrow. Okay, take it easy.